Have you ever heard the phrase drawing a line in the sand? Did you ever wonder where it came from? Well, I recently learned that scholars who study such things have a couple different ideas of where that terminology might have come from, but most tend to agree that it actually goes back to about 160, 164 BC. There was a Greek king by the name of Antiochus IV. He dubbed himself Antiochus Epiphanes. He was reigning over the Seleucid Empire. He was one of the kingdoms that spun off of Alexander the Great's empire. Well, Antiochus Epiphanes decided that he wanted to be like Alexander the Great and thought he would conquer the world. And just as he began, he moved his armies down into Egypt to begin his campaign. Unfortunately, the Roman Senate did not care for Antiochus's idea of invading Egypt, and so they sent a delegate by the name of Popilius Laenas to go to Antiochus and to tell him that he was not going to invade Egypt. Now, Antiochus IV didn't like that very much, and a rather heated debate ensued. History tells us that Governor Laenas, the representative of the Roman Senate, actually drew a circle in the sand around King Antiochus. And he said, "Sir, if you step out of this circle before we come to an agreement, we will engage in war with you immediately." Well, King Antiochus really wasn't up for a fight with the Roman Empire at that time, and he decided that he would withdraw his troops from Egypt. And from that moment on, most believe that is where we get the phrase drawing a line in the sand. Well, if you'd like to learn some more about Antiochus Epiphanes and even how that man relates to our future, why don't you click on this link and you can go to one of the messages, one of my teachings I recently presented, and you can learn a lot more about Antiochus and what he has to do even with days ahead that are yet in our future.